you, so having some troubles. Right, perfect. How are you,
Yeah,
sir?
I'm fine. How are you, sir?
Good.
Mm,
So tell me, you wanna talk about something?
yes.
Go on.
Uh, are you a Muslim?
Yes, sir, I'm a Muslim.
I'm from Uganda
Okay,
in Africa, in East Africa.
okay. So you're a Muslim?
No,
Okay.
I'm an I'm an ex-Muslim.
You're an ex-Muslim.
Yes,
Right. So why did you left Islam?
because there is no reason
There is no reason for what?
for being a Muslim or for being a Christian.
Like what? Give me an example why there is no reasons of being a Muslim.
Until everything we had to do and everything we had to read, there is no evidence that they are capable of taking us somewhere else.
Like give me one example. Like, I mean, what sort of reasons are you looking for? Are you looking for a naturalistic reasons, or I mean, supernatural would suffice? What sort of reasons are you looking for?
I found myself that I was deluded because they could tell us if you pray 5 times a day, you pay zakat, and the so on, and you accept the sunnah of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You definitely when you do Allah wants you to do, uh, you will definitely go to Jannah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just realized that there is no Jannah
How do you know that?
because there is no evidence for that.
That's what I have asked you before. What sort of evidence are you looking for? I mean, what would convince you to believe that there exists a realm which we call heaven and hell? What would convince you to believe that this is true?
If someone like uh, my relative or my friend who can die and come back and tell me, I will be sure that there is. But people have died for so many years, millions of years, but no one had have come back to convince us or to tell us the truth, what is there. But what I know,
So, so you want people to tell you that there exists this realm, right?
yes, if there is somebody, then you can know that Muhammad Yunus died 1 year ago, but he came back. I said there is something like this or like this, but once somebody goes, he goes forever. No one knows it there. No one knows what is about to him or her, and that is
So
the
we
only
have
evidence.
we have the revelation to confirm that. I mean, God sent the revelation for this purpose. So it is Allah Himself saying that these realms exist. So if Allah Himself is telling you that this is true, heaven and hell does exist, so what are your reasons to reject that proposition?
My reason to reject that proposition is he told one person. Why can't he tell me? He told one person 140, 1400 years ago,
Hmm.
1400
So if
years
he
ago.
were
He
to,
told one person.
so if according to our, I mean, doctrine, according to our theology, if he were to tell everybody these things exist, then this would wrap up the whole purpose of creation. So Allah, God created us to test us, right? And in this test, He has given us the revelation. So He is not going to come to everybody and, speak and tell that this is who I am, this is what you are supposed to do, and show you that this exists, heaven and hell exist. So these things come under a belief. So we believe that these things exist. And why do we believe that? I can tell you the reasons why. Why do I believe, even not seeing, right? I haven't myself seen heaven and hell, but I still believe that to be true. Why do I believe that? I can give you my reasons, right? So you telling me that you haven't seen them is not the reason to deny the existence of heaven and hell. It's called a kind of argumentum from ignoratium. I haven't experienced certain things, therefore it must exist. So this doesn't work in philosophy. So tell me this, right? This is what I'm gonna ask you. What's your stance
Mm.
on creation? I mean, what do you think? How did everything come about?
Uh, I don't know.
I don't know. What
Mm.
if what if I tell you that there was a creator who created everything for a purpose?
And for you, how do you know?
How do I know? It's a kind of I'll tell you, like, it's deducible. I have logically arrived at there. Seeing the observations in the natural world led me to believe that there must exist a cause or a creator who must have created this for a purpose.
But believing is not evidence.
Believing believing is something, I mean, something, accepting something to be true with or without evidence, right? So
Yes,
you can believe that you had a grandfather without
yes,
without, I mean, uh without having any empirical evidence, right? So belief is something which corresponds to the reality, right?
but believing my grandfather, me testify on it because I'm a
But
product of my
you can't
grandfather.
you can't you can't really empirically see your grandfather, right? You have received the testimony of people like your father, or let's not talk about grandfather, let's talk about great 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 grandfather, right? So
Yes,
you
yes,
know it, and you have accepted the testimony of people who have empirically observed that.
yes.
Yes.
But
So I
no,
mean, this is
no,
a belief, right? This is not proof. So you are taking the word of other people to believe that there must have existed that your great 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 grandparents, right?
but he do existed because I'm his grandchild.
I'm not denying
I
that.
came,
I'm saying,
I came from him, but no one
okay,
was there when your God was creating everything.
right. Okay, let me put it in this way, right? So you
Yeah,
believe that your great grandfather existed because
yes,
you exist and your father
yes,
exists, right? So I
yes,
believe that there must exist a creator because the universe exists and I exist. So I mean, the epistemology is the same. I have the same amount of truth value to my claim as you have for your claim. There is no real difference. You believe that you exist because there must have existed your forefather, and that's the
yes.
reason of my existence. I believe that
Mm,
the universe exists and I exist,
mm,
therefore there must have been a creator to this universe. Because I don't believe that universe could create itself. I don't believe that there was nothing, no potential, no capacity which gave
mm.
rise to this universe. Though I believe that there must have existed a cause or the creator who created the universe, uh, who created the universe out of his will and power.
And as well as we know
Brian, I'm gonna
Pana,
I'm gonna address to your point later, so that
mm,
the attention would not deep divert. So go on, sir.
but as Panas, we know we have only one universe, isn't it?
Okay.
That then that one universe, seriously, it can't have been popped out. from nothing, but
Okay.
that that does not assign your creator to create it, because you don't know where it came from. You
No,
say,
sir.
then
Listen, sir. Listen to my argument, right? Listen to my argument. I
yeah,
see the things in this universe. I see a pattern going on, which is called the law of causality. I believe that the
yeah,
effects are preceded by its causes, right? You exist
mm,
because your father exists, right? And your father exists
mm,
because his father exists, right? The apples
mm,
exist because the tree exists. And the tree exists
yes,
because the earth exists, right? So this is a law of
mm,
causality. So there must exist a cause
mm,
which produces an effect, right? Which produces an effect. So we have got the
yeah,
universe now. We have got the
yes,
universe now, right?
yes,
And it didn't exist in the past, right? In the infinite
yes,
past. It had a finite
yes,
beginning. So,
yes,
taking the law of causality, I deduce that the universe must have had a cause or a creator which brought this universe into existence. So this is
yeah,
something rational. This is something rational. I have
mm,
arrived there using my rational faculties, right? So I believe now this is my proposition. I believe the
yeah,
cause, a cause which had the capacity to bring about existence, right?
yeah.
Created the universe. So
But